Welcome back to Meeke. It is time to do headlines with Eddy V. That means I've got to talk about the stuff that's out there that they seem unbelievable. But I assure you they are quite real. And in this segment, you know, Eddy V, I say, no, this is real because it just is. And so I have to lead in. I came across this headline, Ed, and I thought, there's no way this is real. So there is a new up-and-coming men's fashion designer, young man by the name of Sai Chan, okay? And he has designed a coat for this winter, okay? And it is called the Hug Me coat, the Hug Me jacket, okay? And so what he was going for, and I want you to take a look at this image, because what he was going for, and I have to tell you too, it's designed especially for men, because every man deserves to feel...
Men don't like hugs. Men are uncomfortable with hugs.
Well, you need to tell Sai Chan that, because this thing has hands and fingers that kind of like intertwine and go down. I mean, look at that.
That is not real.
No, that's real. No, this is real. No, this is real.
Now, he wants someone to buy that?
Yes, for $1,200.
For $1,200.
And here's what I found interesting about this.
I think people who have enough money to spend $1,200 on a coat would be happy with that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do you think that, can you see people walking down the street with this? No, hold on. Can you see people walking down the street with this confidently? That looks
like something you would see in a nightmare. That is bizarre.
It's like bizarre. 4 or 5 hands.
But you know, you always see these when they have the fashion shows and the models walking. They're always, you know, they got angel wings and superhero costumes. Yeah, I have never seen anyone wearing. Now, I've not walked the streets of New York, you know, recently, but I've never seen anyone wear weird stuff like they show, and nobody is going to wear that.
Well, here's the deal.
Except for Halloween.
You know, when they... And what are you going as if you're wearing this? Like the tortured? I mean, I don't know. It looks like he's being strangled. But here's the deal. You know, when they do...
It's a person with issues.
He has issues. When they do runway shows, they always take what they have on the runways and then kind of do like a different version of it to put it in the stores. So I was trying to imagine, how do you tone this down and make it wearable for the everyday person?
What's on the back?
I think it's just a plain Jane jacket.
The rest of the arms are behind?
I don't know. That would
Is there a body behind there?
Maybe so.
5 bodies?
Maybe so. But this guy says that hugs make people feel safe and
this
loved.
Guy looks,
and so
the look on his face is, save me.
Yeah, from
my
these
coat
hands.
Is strangling me.
And so here's the deal. I thought this was really interesting. He graduated from London's College of Fashion with top honors.
I believe that.
So, so if that's what we're producing today, I just thought, oh, you know, well, that's interesting. Would you wear it, Ed?
No. Even on Halloween, I wouldn't.
You don't find
which
that
I don't celebrate Halloween anymore, but even if I did, I wouldn't wear that. That would scare kids.
Yeah, I think so too.
That would be scary, genuinely scary.
I'm okay with fashion that's kind of like on the edge, but this is just like over the edge.
Fashion on the edge.
You know. Okay, moving along.
Skinny jeans for me would be fashion on the edge.
Skinny jeans might wake this jacket up. If you paired it with skinny jeans, you might make it like
skinny jeans look like they're being devoured by that coat.
And the people wearing them. Okay, so here you go. Not everybody can wear skinny jeans, Ed.
Right.
But let's say fashion is coming up
next. But people who go to the gym often
can wear skinny jeans.
Right.
But they would be banned at the gym in Canada.
That's right.
Okay, here we go. So you travel a lot, Ed, and you fly a lot, right? You go in different places, travel. Okay. So when your kids were younger, did you travel with your kids?
No, never.
No. Have you ever had your kids on a plane
as
babies? Okay, tell me about that experience.
Well, my daughter was very young. She was 1 year old.
Did you get angry glares and stares and all of those things?
No, we had her in a suitcase and carry-on luggage and just put her in the luggage stowed thing. She was very quiet.
You did not do that.
We did. We put her in. No, I'm just kidding.
Ed!
But we did give her Benadryl.
Are there statute of limitations for stuff like that? Can they go back and prosecute?
That was 29 years ago.
Okay, listen to this. So new parents to twins, 14-week-old twins, are going to fly for the first time with their twins. And here's what they did. And I just want to get your opinion on this. They put together these little goodie bags of candy and put a little note on it and handed these little goodie bags out to all the passengers on the plane. Here's what the note said. Listen to this. Hello. We're twin baby boys on our first flight, and we're only 14 weeks old. We'll try to be on our best behavior, but we'd like to apologize in advance in case we lose our cool, get scared or our ears hurt, our mom and dad, AKA our portable milk machine and our diaper changer, have earplugs available if you need them. It gets better. We are all sitting in 20E and 20F if you want to come by and get a pair. We hope you have a great flight. Discuss.
Discuss.
Was that overkill? Do you need to do that if you're traveling with babies?
Well, first of all, that sounds like a mom with control issues. That is a mom whose house is organized to the hilt. Anybody who would go on a trip and be that prepared is OCD.
Well, you think about all the stuff she's got to put in her carry-on, and she puts how many packages of candy?
Get all that through security? You're going to hand out food items that are not that don't pass some sort of stewardess test.
I don't know.
To all the passengers, I would just say, look, if you're that concerned, give me money. You give me money.
I'm going to pay you so my infants can fly, Ed.
Well, I mean, if they're that concerned about, I would say just give me money and I'll put my iPhone.
So listen to this. The passengers loved it. They thought it was brilliant and thoughtful, and they are hoping that other parents will follow this trend.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Get over it. My baby's going to cry when their ears pop. It's just going to happen.
Leave your kids at home or put them in a duffel bag.
Oh, didn't we do a show on this? Didn't we do a show on this, the Brat Ban, where kids are not welcomed into establishments? And so you would support that, Ed? Let's talk about it after the show.
On planes, I would support that.
Let's talk about it. Okay, Ed, are you ready for this? I hope we have enough time to get through this entire story. Now, okay, Ed, Massachusetts. Okay, Boston. Where are you from originally?
Yeah, I was born in the Boston area and grew up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, okay, so federal judge just ruled that a man by the name of Robert Kosilek, who was convicted in 1990 for murdering his wife, that the state has to pay, he's in prison, has to pay for him to undergo a sex change operation. He wants to be a woman. He'd been taking replacement hormone therapy and going through all the changes, and now he's saying that he wants to be a woman, and they want to move him to the female facility. And so the government will pay for this because, and the judge is citing the 8th Amendment, like his right to fair treatment or adequate medical care. I'm hoping that you will help me make sense of this.
Well, first of all, it's Massachusetts. So that's going to be, that's part of it. That's 90% of the explanation there. That's a wacky state. And when I grew up in New Hampshire, we had people moving all the time from Massachusetts, Taxachusetts, to New Hampshire to get away from the taxes. And that's where the poor folks of Massachusetts, that's where their money goes. I mean, that's craziness, but that's Ed. Massachusetts. You get Massachusetts, to some extent, New York, California, Washington, Oregon, those are all kind of the wacky states when it comes to...
help me make sense of U.S. District Judge Mark Wolf's decision. How is this a medical need? Help me understand why this became something that he needed to rule and say, yeah, this is adequate medical care for him to have this sexual reassignment surgery.
Well, I suppose it depends on where your worldview starts. If your worldview starts with a person has a right to define who they are completely, totally as a person, then you have to take the next step and say a person has the right to define themselves in terms of their gender. And once you have that as a right, then the state comes in and helps you out.
What a waste of money.
But I think you start at the place where God made you, and if God made this guy a man, whatever other issues he has, you don't pay to have him change. He has to save his quarters when he's working in the infirmary or whatever else, and get the sex change on his own. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, exactly. 126-page ruling, just really bizarre.
How much does it cost for that, by the way?
I've never researched it.
I'm just wondering.
I just never, Okay, it's time for me to tell you what's got me all pinned up. Every time I'm on Pinterest, I'm looking at hairstyles and wondering if I myself can recreate them. I'm talking fall hair fashion. It's got me all pinned up. It's time for me to tell you what's got me all pinned up, and I just love stuff like this. Okay, from time to time, I'm on Pinterest, and I see these cute hairstyles, and I wonder, can you really get your hair to look like this? Well, you know we're transitioning into fall, so a lot of what you did in the summer, maybe you're going to want to freshen up your do. in studio to tell me what's in this fall is Jason and Patty Guin, and they own Lasting Impressions Salon located in Nettleton, Mississippi, and they're going to walk us through and let us know what's in this fall. Let's start with your models and find out what you've done.
Okay, first we have Kim. She has what we call a shattered textured cut with a lot of razoring and stuff.
Okay.
And for the fall and winter, we've weaved in different shades of reds and coppers in with her hair to keep some pops of blonde just to accent around the face. In the back, it's more darkened underneath to where it just shows more of her naturally dark tones in her hair. And most of the bold color is in around the face to accent her around the front of the face.
This is such a cute look, such a flattering style. So if someone walked into their salon and they wanted to get this look, what do they tell their stylist? They say, I want what?
A lot of texture, razor cut. Think razor cut.
Looking good. And this is like a copper kind of color that you've put
Coppers
in here.
and reds.
Is that what's in this fall? Are you going to want to try to darken your hairstyle as you go into the fall?
You'll want to darken it. You don't have to go necessarily brown, but you can work in coppers, caramels, mochas, reds are real popular.
Me hungry. Looking good, Kim. Looking real good. Okay, so what happened here? What's going on?
This is Jessica. She has a short pixie cut.
Love that.
Kind of think Halle Berry type cut, where and hers is just a one-tone color. It's kind of a deep chestnut brown that has a little bit of a reddish tint to it.
Yeah, now see, I don't know what you do with this because it looks like there's other color in there. I mean, that is so vibrant and so bright.
Well, with this particular color, it probably works with your natural highlights in your hair to where it doesn't necessarily give you a solid base color. If you have natural tones and tints in your hair, this color will work with your natural tints to where you don't get that solid color.
I love this. I love that. That's so cute. So this is a pixie cut. You go into your stylist and you say, I want to have a pixie cut. Okay. Now, I'm just going to mention as we're moving to the next hair model that you guys have been in business since 1998. You've been in this industry for 13 years, and Patty, 16 years. And how long have you guys been married?
15.
15, and you're the only two stylists in your salon. So you really are truly a team.
We are.
I love that. Okay, so what did you do this morning to get all these hair models ready? You washed them up and got them all ready?
Shampooed and got them all dried and styled.
And ready to go for Jason. Okay, now what did you do here?
This is Alicia, and she likes to keep her hair blonde. She's not going to go brunette for fall or winter because she likes to be blonde. She's naturally blonde. But for the fall and winter, we just work in different shades of blonde where you can see like there's caramel tones, darker shades of blonde mixed in with lighter shades of blonde to where she can still keep her blonde, but also there's deeper tones in with it. And this is more like what you call a shattered bob. You know, it's not your traditional one-length bob. You have long layers in it and texture around the face where we've razored these pieces by the face to where if she was to pull her hair back, it will not say, you know, slicked back. She'll have texture in her hair. It'll move.
Can we look at the back here because it's a little bit darker underneath, which is really cool.
Those are her natural tones.
Okay.
You know, that's like when I was saying her natural color is light. She's naturally lightheaded. This is her natural tones that we work with to keep it to where she doesn't look like she's just went and had her hair dyed.
You know, we went through, I think, in the summer where there was a lot of blocking in the color, but now it seems like we're going back to those subtle highlights. Is that kind of what's in this
well, because
fall?
because it's more, you know, in the summertime you want more chunky highlights, you know, because it's summer, you want to brighten it up and be real more bold. In the wintertime you want a less upkeep because, and this will work with your natural, your roots will not show up as fast with tones added in with that color.
Looking great. Okay. And last but not least,
this is Samantha. Samantha came in yesterday, actually. We just freshly done her color. She was Kim's hair color yesterday.
Your hair color was Kim's hair color. That's a testament to what you do, Jason. Okay, so what did you do with Samantha?
With Samantha's hair, she likes her hair longer. She has really thick, coarse hair. Really, really thick, coarse hair.
Awesome.
So the length helps to pull some of the weight out of it. So with her, we weaved in dark browns and mochas and caramels, to where she can just have a multi-tonal effect, and you can see the back. We just used a really big curling iron and done it on a diagonal, and I will show you in a little bit how to get that effect. But
now I see this a lot on Pinterest. Can I just turn her around? This braid here, like that is kind of in right now.
Yes.
In fact, our stage manager right now has a braid in her hair. So tell me, how do you do that?
This is a fishtail braid. You begin with working with 2 sections of hair, and as you do, you crisscross them over. And then it's going to be tight, so when you get through, you'll use a little clear elastic band on the end, but when you get the band secured, and then I've secured it with bobby pins as well, but once you get it in, you pull at the braid to make it wider to where it's not so tight.
Yeah, because it looks almost a little bit messy, but you know, it's controlled mess.
Right.
It's amazing. Now you're going to show us how to do something at home, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go check that out.
this hairstyle, a lot on Pinterest, you've seen the messy buns.
Yes, yes.
So like if you have hair like Samantha's and you say you've rolled your hair and you fixed it to go to work or to go out or whatever, then the next morning you wake up, obviously you're still gonna have that texture in your hair and you don't necessarily want to rewash your hair and re-roll it. You can, without using a brush or anything, grab your hair loosely.
And you can keep your braid in the front there.
You can keep your braid.
It's so cute.
You could even grab pieces of hair that's wanting to fall, you know, if you have pieces that want to fall, because it's a messy bun. It's not something you want really pulled.
Okay.
I like to use these clear elastic. I don't know if the camera can see those, but they're just, they don't show.
Okay.
Then you'll pull your hair into that. Then the second time around, you don't finish the ponytail. Stop, and it already creates a bun. Then you start pulling it.
Oh, that's awesome. And then you can see really all of her color that's in there.
Then with 2 pins, just kind of grab the top part of this, come up to the head, and crisscross 2 bobby pins underneath. And it's just more of an undone bun. You can just kind of...
An undone bun. You know, this is so cute, but it's funny because you look at this and you go, oh my goodness, it looks like it took no effort, but it kind of does take a little bit of effort to make it look like...
It's a great style for moms. You know,
yes, yes.
Even if you're going to go to the gym and work out, you got to get your hair up and you don't want to just do a traditional ponytail, you want it up off your neck, this is a good way to go.
Oh, I love that. That is perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jason and Patty Ewan. Yes.
Yes.
Lasting Impression Salon in Nettleton, Mississippi. Make sure you visit Meeke.org. I'm going to put a link to this salon on my site telling you all the information you need to know, hours of operation. You could walk in, but they prefer that you make an appointment to make sure you get a chair because it's just you two in there. So make sure you check out Meeke.org. We'll be back in just a little bit talking about the road to restoration. Don't go anywhere.
Even though
coming up on Meeke.
You grew up with your dad. Your dad was involved in your life.
And how did they marry in the Bible? 2 became one. They didn't go to a priest. They didn't have a piece of paper that they signed.